Recording. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Santana back for business. What is this? Now, if just like I told y'all earlier, I had a physical altercation earlier, so I already feel the vibe from everybody else. You feel me? It happened to be another race for me. We ain't gonna mention a race. So you feel the physical, you feel the vibe from those individuals who feel the need to be mad at me about the situation. Then how come the things that are happening to me, how come people who look like me or who have the same pigmentation as me not getting mad about it? Isn't that racist in itself? That they using this as a race base? Think about it. Just a thought. Feel me? How come they feel upon themselves, these individuals? I didn't have a fight with you, I had a fight with an individual, one on one. It's not like I jumped them. Although he spoke about getting a knife and everything else like that. He's like, I'm gonna cut you down. I'm like, all right, whatever. But how come? I didn't even know the camera was the other way around, but fuck it. But how come these individuals who have the same pigmentation as this person feel the need to want to attack me? Why? Isn't that racist itself? Isn't race based? Isn't you comparing your color to that person? You feeling that you are that person, so you feel like you have to stick up for that person? So where is the race? See, when you start talking the truth, and not even the truth, you start making sense. This is what happened. Noise. Because they got to block out the truth. That's what the devil does. Every time I seen this in New York City, there was a preacher preaching, and a guy came and said, da, ba, ba, da, 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 ba, da, da. Started blocking eyes. I'm like, the guy's just preaching the word of God. He's not saying nothing violent. What are you doing that for? As soon as I said that, he stopped doing it. Because sometimes they don't think beyond their frustration. They're just mad. Like, sometimes they just be mad, and they don't think beyond that. So if I had a physical altercation with somebody else who's a different pigmentation of me, much, much lighter. Now, everybody else that look like that person or have the same pigmentation as that person feel the need to want to come at me, which they was already was. Now, they're using this as an excuse to want to come at me. If that's the case, then how come African Americans don't do the same thing? Feel me? How come somebody who's my pigmentation doesn't take that right upon his hands? He don't use that opportunity to do that to somebody else who did that to me, who was a different pigmentation. So what is racism then? If a person act like that, you can call them out on it. What is that? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. What do you call that? Is that it? Let's think about it. Just it might be that. But inquiring minds wants to know. You feel me? Where is the outcry in that? Isn't that racism in itself? It's good, man. You? That's me. How's your day, boss? Just got home, gotta do it right there. I took this right here first. I appreciate it, man. Yep. Have a good night, man. You too. Yeah, but that's just a little food for thought. You feel me? That's food for thought. I'm about to eat my food, ironically speaking. But where is the outcry in that? So that in itself is a definition of racism. That's an action of racism. That's all. 5 minutes, 6 minutes recording.